Shabbat Shalom. Our parsha this week is Vayechi, and he lived. It's the last days of Jacob's life, and we see how he puts his house in order, just as Abraham, his grandfather, had done before him. One of Jacob's actions is to bless each of his children. And while he is blessing them, at least that's how the Torah describes it, the words that he chooses don't always feel like a blessing. The words that he chooses can be harsh, and at times he castigates his son. Consider how he blesses Shimon and Levi. Shimon and Levi are a pair, Jacob says. Klei Hamas mecherotehem. Their weapons are tools of lawlessness. Let not my person be included in their council, let not my being be counted in their assembly. For when they are angry, they slay men, and when they pleased, they maim oxen. Cursed be their anger so fierce, and their wrath so relentless. I will divide them in Jacob, scatter them in Israel. Now on the one hand, Jacob is telling the future, and he's telling how Shimon and Levi will exist within the household of the Confederation of Israel when the people settle the land. But on a much deeper level, we might ask, how is this a blessing? Perhaps the answer is this: that when we confront a person that we love and care about and tell them what they are doing is not all right, that the hope is that they will grow, develop, and take steps to go down a different path. This is, I believe, Jacob's intention, not simply to castigate his sons, but to point out to them what is preventing them from being the blessing they might be. And in their case, it is their anger. And we know from stories gone by in the book of Genesis that they have a propensity for violence. And so Jacob begins by warning them to put their weapons away if they are to begin a new road, a new destiny, a new blessing. Certainly this is a lesson worth learning as we as a country continue to mourn the horrific murder in Connecticut. 20 children, and then 6 teachers and administrators, each heroes in their own right. In our country, amongst the tribes of America, Shimon and Levi exist. People who have a propensity for angry and repulsive, violent acts. We as a society need to help these people be a blessing to our society by taking meaningful steps to put the weapons away from those who would use them for violent ends, to prevent people from buying weapons that can kill multiple people, weapons that belong in the army if there. We as a society need to care for people who have mental illness, to ensure that those who have the propensity for violence not find their ways to our streets, to our schools, to our most vulnerable. This is an important, powerful, and difficult blessing as we go into a new year. May we as a nation learn from these terrible events that have taken place in multiple cities in our country, and honor those who have died such senseless deaths by creating a new road for our country, so that Shimon and Levi may yet be a blessing in our time, in our country, in a new year. Shabbat Shalom.
שיר המעלות בשוב